Now, if you've been paying attention, you know that T-Pain's journey in the music game has been anything but easy. Let's keep it real. There was a whole era where T-Pain was the scapegoat. People pinned the downfall of R&B and music in general on him just because he used auto-tune creatively. Now, I personally never thought that T-Pain ruined anything. I remember hearing I'm Sprung and being like, yo, this sounds different, right? Like, I liked it. But critics and even other artists weren't ready. He got dragged in songs. He got mocked by other artists. He was even blamed for the death of music. Which is wild when you realize T-Pain can actually sing better than most people throwing shade, right? Like, remember that Tiny Desk performance? Straight vocals, no effects, no gimmicks, just talent. Fast forward to 2025 and T-Pain stepped on the stage like a king returning to his throne. Like, the crowd was locked in. People knew every word. There was nothing but love in the air. And honestly, watching that was, well, I mean, I don't want to say emotional, but it was kind of a full circle moment. Like, it was like the culture finally stood up and said, you know what? We were wrong. We were wrong. You were never the villain. You were the visionary. And that's powerful, right? Like, because it's rare that artists get that kind of moment while they're still here to feel it. And here's what people need to understand. T-Pain didn't kill music. He literally evolved it. Like, you can't name an artist today that ain't, I mean, you probably can, but most artists today are using it, right? T-Pain just happened to be the first one bold enough to lean all the way into it. And you know, unfortunately, he paid the price for that. You know, as someone who grew up hearing his music everywhere, you can't tell me he didn't define an era. Like, the man had the charts in a chokehold. Personally, I think his ability to turn pain into sound is what made him so relatable. There's joy in his music, even if he's talking about heartbreak or whatever the case may be on the song. Like, you gonna bop to it. T-Pain getting that Coachella love in 2025, I feel like was a cultural reset. It's a reminder that innovation is kind of uncomfortable at first, but eventually the world's gonna catch up. T-Pain walked so the rest could literally moonwalk through auto-tune without criticism. Well, okay, let me stop. But without criticism is a bit of a stretch, but you get my point. Like, T-Pain used to get so much backlash, man. The way folks used to drag him for using auto-tune, it was like he committed a crime or something. You know what I'm saying? People were acting like he single-handedly killed music, when in reality, he was just bringing something new to the table. It's wild how threatened the industry gets by change. T-Pain caught strays from critics, artists, and even legends, and that kind of hate can break a person. So, to me, the fact that he stayed standing and he's still here, that's resilience. That's respectable to me. And, you know, like I said, what's funny is, you know, half the artists that came after him copied the exact same sound that people used to roast him for. Like, y'all hated the flavor until everybody started doing it. Y'all hated the flavor until everybody started biting it. You know, without T-Pain, there's no Future, there's no Travis Scott, there's no Post Malone. And if you're not a fan of any of those people, don't worry. I'm just not talking to you. This video is not for you. He turned auto-tune into an instrument. It wasn't just a creative gimmick. It was a creative tool. And he mastered it. He said it himself. It's a tool. Use it.
Auto-tune since 1997. I think it's fine. Y'all just learned about it a few years ago. It's fine. Bro, Usher use auto-tune. Trey Songz use auto-tune. Literally the best singers in the fucking world use auto-tune because it's used as a tool. We're using, we're using it as a style, a stylization. It's a stylized thing. Why do artists use pens instead of paintbrushes? Why do fucking do people use stencils? Like when you spray paint something, do you put the fucking top of the pot down and spray around it so you can make a perfect circle? It's a stylized thing. Why do guitarists use distortion when you can play the guitar? You don't need distortion. Like, why do you use an effect? It's a fucking effect, dude. It's not a crutch. Everybody uses the shit. It's always on every session. It's not a oh, you can't sing, so you need to use auto-tune. It's never been that. It's a fucking, just to make it sound fucking perfect. Just like reverb or fucking delay, it's a fucking effect.
But I'm not gonna lie though, seeing thousands of people lose their mind at a Coachella set for T-Pain, that was long overdue. Like, watching that crowd sing every lyric word for word, it was like they were finally giving him his flowers. Flowers he should have gotten 15 years ago. That it wasn't nostalgia, it was respect. And that stage turned into a moment. To me, though, I think the music industry loves the trash artists for pushing boundaries and then turn around and praise them, I don't know, when enough time goes by, or when they finally realize, oh, wow, he's actually kind of talented. Like, and that goes for everything. Music, movies, TV. It goes for everything. People wait until a bunch of time has passed, and then all of a sudden they want to go, oh, well, this, you feel what I'm saying? They want to point to the influence that thing has made. But it's like, what, years ago, you was like, bro, get out my face. It took the world over a decade to admit they were wrong about T-Pain. And honestly, if that Coachella set taught us anything, it's that being ahead of your time is both a blessing and a curse. He was a scapegoat back then, but now he's the blueprint.